Can McCaffrey do it again? I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the...
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10.
On the ready.
59. Mike's 59.
You better be afraid of me. Get.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On second down, McCaffrey. That's strong running. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We saw it at Stanford. It does not surprise me to see it here in the NFL as well. This is one elusive young man.
He set the NCAA record in 2015, 3,864 all-purpose yards.
Listen, after watching that move, I just called for the trainer. I think I pulled a hammy just watching him.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Greer taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed.
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. On first and 10, Greer. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
61, match spot, right.
From the 40 now on second down. Greer. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And here's a first down throw that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game.
With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-task.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Check the backer. Check the backer. X3. 218.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down and 4. Greer taking a shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Here's Greer. Well, that certainly changes things. This is caught inside the 15. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Greer. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter.
Watch QB draw.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Let him know. Two.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. What a boost for this offense that he can throw in a run like that after the success that he's had throwing the football.
I love that, being able to mix in something a little bit different just when you're starting to think that's all you're going to see. He changed it up, flipped the script on him, and boy, did it work to his offense's benefit.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
6-6. Pull it high. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Greer looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now Greer. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. On 2nd and 7, Greer. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. On the ground, McCaffrey. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Check, 45's the mic. Hey, defense.
Greer on first down. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Let's go one more.
Hit it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to go.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. On the ground with Zinner. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now Scarlett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Blue draw Corkers.
And Greer's going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
You have a big decision here to make about one of your players. Your player is now ready to play. There is a high chance of re-injury if you play him.
Can McCaffrey do...
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5.
Set. Ready to eat. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's get it.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Set. Ready to eat. Mike 5-4. Too little, tap.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 94 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because
so now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. From the 50, Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's make these babies.
From the gun, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, baby.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Now Newton on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers, not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Torrey Smith, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey, refusing to go down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing on third down, Newton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Newton's pass is on target to Moore, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. On second and 10. Newton, there goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Newton. Completes it to Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina! Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. On first down, it's Newton. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
We got this.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
This play is under review.
Greg Olsen. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
Smiles, everyone, smiles, because when Cam Newton and Greg Olsen hook up like they've been doing throughout this game, that's one big reason why they're winning.
What makes Greg Olsen so tough to cover?
I think he really is a wide receiver in a tight end's body. He runs his routes with such great precision and some physical toughness, and he really fights and competes for the ball.
And then, of course, it helps to have Cam Newton throwing it to you. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little... And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Nice. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Gun.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. Room here to run. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of light.
Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
McCaffrey. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Newton's going to throw it. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. This is McCaffrey on the give. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go with McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about them.
Could it be?
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go. Check 41. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check. 8.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there.
This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Newton on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Newton on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, Newton. 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Way to be here, baby.
He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Now following the touchdown, here comes this offense back out onto the field as they will take over with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, 1,000.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but... After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. After the run, Newton going to throw. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. 30, past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his third touchdown pass of this first half as they have taken the lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Time for our players' spotlight, and it focuses in here on Cam Newton. And he's been effective, and they're winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything?
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Cam Newton all alone. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, 59 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
20.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. 20, 10, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the...
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Panthers. 48 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. He's going to fire one, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because, right?
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Danico Autry is in on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. McCaffrey on the counter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the air now with Newton. Complete. Smith has it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge? Or
after a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10.
He's coming.
On 1st down, Newton flushed out right. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They fake the give. Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
Switch. At the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And some room to maneuver. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throwing here, Newton. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they're now a win away from a So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Set. 780. Mike 47. They're not ready for this, man. Get it.
Now Newton on first down. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Torrey Smith. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Play action. It's Newton. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow the defense to get a chance to catch them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Here's Newton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9. Newton flush to his right. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Panther first down. On first down, it's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
20.
Throwing again is Newton. They'll roll him out right, eluding the pressure right. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. On the draw, it's Scarlett. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Now a first down throw for Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Newton on first down. Flushed out right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Airing it out for Olsen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it...
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. Don't get nervous.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Now here's a first down throw that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton, he's got a first down and then some at midfield.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Torrey Smith with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. On 1st and 10, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on 1st down. Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Newton now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Newton delivers this one to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton rolling to his right. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Now it's the backup Greer toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight line.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. 11 yards and a Panther first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Newton's throw complete to Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Newton to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the... So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Check, 47. Check, lucky.
Now it's Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything.
And he's across for the touchdown, and in the final minute, that should just about seal it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Carolina, they've indeed run the table here on the